All right, here we go.
Have we started?
Yeah.
Well, hi.
Hi.
Well, hi. Remember that video of that cat?
Well, hi.
Well, hi. Welcome to...
I love that cat.
I love
People
that
don't know
cat,
about
too.
that. There's a cat that meows. It's a viral cat.
It's a viral cat.
And
He
it's the
sounds
way
like-
he meows, he's saying, well, hi.
He sounds like a little southern gentleman.
Well, hi.
Well, hi.
Well, hi. All right. I'm so happy to have a cocktail. I don't know if the world knows. I don't imbibe except for stayfhomekins.
That's right. This is our little treat.
So basically,
Hey, welcome to Stayfhomekins.
hey,
My name is Paul F. Tompkins.
I'm Janie Tompkins.
We are a married couple.
Quarantining together. I'm an actress.
Yeah, we decided to quarantine. I'm a comedian.
And
Despite that, we decided to quarantine together.
we did. So yeah. So
me.
back to my story. Are you okay?
I have a nut husk in my throat.
Yeah. So basically, I was white knuckling it till tonight. It's just been white knuckle town. White knuckle town.
It's an up and down situation, gang.
Jesus, take the wheel.
I'm sure you. Well, hi.
Well, hi.
What if there's a viral cat that said, Jesus, take the wheel?
Jesus, take the wheel.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Goddess, take the wheel. I want the goddess.
Goddess, take the wheel.
That's what
Get
my
that-
friend Jen Sims said.
Get that shirt made.
She says,
Shout out to Jen Sims.
she says, goddess, take the wheel. And I'm like, because I want the goddess to, not Jesus.
But does she say it
Jesus.
like that? If someone says, Jesus, take the wheel, then she says, Goddess, take the wheel? Or she just says, Goddess, take the
She
wheel?
just says, goddess, take the wheel.
Look, somebody take the wheel. If you're a supernatural being and you have some
Please.
control over things.
Honestly, yeah, because I don't know who's up there, but y'all lost control down here. Because things are out of control. It ain't going so good.
It's not. But
But
we're not
we
here
have.
to make things worse. That's not the point of this.
Oh, let me drink some more. Let me get it.
Yes, have some more of your...
You can join
Weekend
us.
water.
Maybe you don't have weekend water. You know what? A mocktail can be weekend water.
That's exactly right. Give yourself a little treat. You got to.
Yeah, and I like, wait, so Matt and Amanda, they do mocktails. Did you know that?
Not exclusively.
No, but they have like formulas.
Yes, I see. I see what you mean.
see what I'm
Yes,
saying?
They do, yes.
They don't just have like a glass of, water or whatever with dinner. I want to get into that.
So dismissive.
Although water is good and I'm thankful for it.
Now, water is... Can we talk about water in our lives? I
Shall we?
love a glass of water.
Oh, you're going to talk about this?
I converted years ago to room temp water.
Oh, because of me, maybe.
Why? Because of you.
Because chilled water sucks. Because it's not good for your vocals.
I know you don't like ice cubes in your water, but I think I remember somebody saying one time, and it was not you. I'm sorry, honey.
Okay.
But you helped. You know what? You helped keep me on track.
Okay.
Someone said that it was weirdly enough, it was at a pitch meeting that I had where an executive, we were talking about water, and an
Wait,
executive
I would
said,
like to know more about... Okay, yeah.
this was a million years ago, and I can't remember what the project was.
Okay.
Sorry. But the one of the executives said that he had heard that cold water was too much of a shock to the system to drink,
Okay.
and that it's better to drink room temperature water. And then I tried it, and I was like, this is fine. This doesn't need to be cold. Mm-hmm. And ever since then, I've been a room temp guy.
It's better.
Yeah.
It's
Now-
not, but it's not good for your vocals.
No, it's not.
That's what room temp is.
And that's also true. You don't want to freeze up your vocal cords. You want to keep them lithe and lugubrious. But now, so I drink a glass of water first thing every day. Drink it on down. Love it. On the other hand,
I only like weekend water.
That's
and
not
so
you like other things. You don't like just a regular old glass of water. It's not your favorite thing.
No, it's like a chore.
And you take a long time to drink it.
I have a theory now. on why I can't drink fast.
Okay, I'm interested. This is people need to know. This is groundbreaking news in our marriage. This is huge.
Okay, so you know how
You've never offered a theory before.
Okay, well,
Just that you hate it.
a lot of people don't know that I have a hiatal hernia on my esophagus.
A lot of people don't know that.
No, I didn't announce it. I didn't tweet it. I didn't set up an Instagram account for it.
That would be interesting.
My hiatal hernia. And now I think that's why I can't drink fast. Because it's blockage.
Was this something that ever got repaired?
No.
When were you diagnosed with this?
Well, remember when I had to get... Okay, y'all want to get into my health issues? I had GI
Hold on
stuff.
a second. Okay. This is as much as you want to reveal.
Okay. But people who have GI stuff understand this.
Yes. And there's no shame, even though we should all be ashamed of our health issues no matter what they are.
Although when I met my... When I met my GI doctor in when I finally got to this GI doctor that was a good GI doctor for me, and I had to tell him all about my GI issues, I cried. And it was so embarrassing and shameful.
To cry?
No,
to have these issues.
To sit down with a stranger.
Yeah.
To sit down with a stranger and then have to go into intimate detail about my health issues.
Yes.
My digestive issues.
Yes. It's very personal.
It was so personal. And also I was at my wit's end at this point because I'd been dismissed or, whatever. But
by other doctors that you talked to.
Or just, yes.
Yeah.
And so if you have GI issues and you're going through this where you have to get a diagnosis of something, and basically your GI, which I didn't understand, is basically second only in mystery to the brain. It's
what?
that. Yes.
You didn't tell me this before.
Oh yeah. It's hard. It's hard to understand.
Why?
Yeah, because
the brain, here's the thing. The brain, I understand, is mysterious because our thoughts are in there. It's weird.
Okay, here's something sort of interesting. Your gut, in a weird way. I'm not a doctor. Should I say that now?
Oh shit. Hey guys, I feel like we mentioned before that we're not doctors.
Okay,
I hope so.
But some people might be dipping in now, a new listener.
If people are their eyes are going soft and they look at the title and they may see the word doctor in there, we're not doctors.
So I'm not a doctor. So your gut and your brain are kind of almost the same organ in a crazy way.
Is it because they look the same?
No. Because apparently your whole stomach lining is lined with serotonin, and serotonin is the thing in your brain that if you're lacking you might have chemical depression.
Yes.
Okay.
You might.
But your gut is teeming with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is it in there?
It just is because your gut and your brain are they're interconnected. And my GI doctor, he didn't tell me this stuff. This is stuff I learned on the internet, which I just want to let you know. You don't have to look it up.
It's been taken care of.
His whole thing with me and my GI is he's just calm the fuck down. I mean, that's not the only thing. I have to take antibiotics periodically for my syndrome or whatever. Yeah. But okay, so what happens when you have GI, because it's hard to diagnose, they have to run every test. They have to run a battery of tests on you. It's not just it hurts on the left side and they're we can do this one test. It's no, we have to do every single test that exists in order to rule out A, B, C, or D. So when
Russian interference.
So back in 2013, when I was going through the height of my illness, he ran all these tests, and I had both an endoscopy and a colonoscopy at the same time. Because why have to waste the Michael Jackson medicine on more than once?
Were they?
If you're going to take the Michael Jackson medicine.
Hey, look, if you're going to take the Michael Jackson medicine, get as many tubes in you as possible.
It's it's like a two birds with one stone situation.
Yeah. They might as well put a monster movie latex mask on you. Put some straws in your nose.
I probably could do it. The Thriller routine.
Is that true?
No, it's not true at all. It's not true at all. But I was jealous of the people that could do it.
This is not part of the.
I'm still jealous.
The procedure.
No.
There weren't people doing the Thriller routine while you were enjoying your Michael Jackson medicine.
Well, if you remember, because you had to pick me up from my procedure.
Yes.
My gastroenterologist told me my colon was beautiful.
Yes. You have a beautiful colon.
Beautiful. However, on the upper deck, hiatal hernia.
Yeah.
And so, and that's why I have GERD and all this stuff. Y'all don't want to know all this. This is not happy times.
No, but I'm sure, no doubt there are people listening to this who go through the same things.
Well, I want to give very expensive gastroenterologist medical school advice. And my doctor is basically you need to calm down. You need to, it's a stress. Not that the syndrome is, that's bacteria. I mean, whatever, but all is connected to your brain. And if you are suffering from GI, oh, Cuckoo's coming out.
Hi, Cuckoo.
Cuckoo's coming out to play. Anyway, I'm just saying, I don't know where all this started. Why were we talking about any of this? Oh, why I can't drink water fast.
Yes, that's right.
So Paul can drink water, he can gulp it down.
Love it.
In a second. And I'm literally it takes me 10 minutes to drink a full glass of water in one, go.
It takes a while, yeah.
And
it's funny. There's you pause for breath while
because
you're doing
sometimes
it.
I get out of breath. I'm literally it
there.
puts me out of breath.
Do you remember we were?
I forced myself to drink it because we live in a damn desert. But
we were in New York and we were having dinner with. We were having some after dinner drinks with my daughter Natalie and her boyfriend Nico.
Natalie and Nico.
And
Natalie
York, has the same thing.
Our New York friends.
Our young New York friends.
I
Natalie had the same thing.
Really drunk that night.
And I was too, and I hope they were as well. Let us know, guys.
Please.
But we had at the sitting there at the bar, this beautiful bar in our hotel, we had a water drinking contest.
Wait, because Natalie can't drink water good either.
It was the same thing, yeah.
But Nico can.
Yeah, and so we got some glasses of water with no ice.
Why did I agree to it? Why did I agree to it?
It wasn't really a contest. I think it was more of a demonstration.
Like at the World's Fair.
Exactly. We should have had people crowd around. Step right up.
Wait, is the World's Fair still a thing?
I think I wonder that once a year. And I never bother to look it up.
You know what?
I don't think so.
You know what? Post-vaccine, bring back the World's Fair. That's what I'm saying.
That's interesting.
Because we'll need it as a planet.
Do you think it's just because it got easier because of the invention of television and movies and things like that it just got easier? Because they had them into the 60s, didn't they?
Did they?
Didn't they?
I don't know.
But it is. I wonder about that. But then I
think it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea.
There's something about it that is very, I think, very charming and very positive.
Sure, and maybe a new virus will get out if we have one, and maybe it's a bad idea. But
the World's Fair virus.
But maybe not. Listen, we all travel all over anyway.
Yeah.
So we may as well just have that fair.
What do we need? Yeah. Right?
Like, it's not
Hey,
gonna.
if we're going to be giving each other viruses, we might as well have the World's Fair.
That's what I'm saying. Bring back the World's Fair. Bring it back. Oh, well, just a quick update. I think we complained about our bougie problem of not having a washer and dryer and
Yes.
ordering one on it, slapping it on the damn credit card and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was an ordeal, guys. Real ordeal.
It truly was. Real Holyfield ordeal. Real Ordeal Holyfield.
Oh my God, that's a good catchphrase.
Is it?
For you get what you pay for. When we
You get what you pay for.
Yes. People really took to that, by the way.
Did they really?
I got great feedback on our socials.
People think the show has legs. You get what you pay
They
for?
do. By the way, so many nice messages on the Gmail, and I just have to say thank you. It's
yes.
like I can't even
very much appreciated.
express just the wonderful. Yeah, I mean, there's people out there, listening, and we're with you.
It's nice to know.
We're with
Hopefully it makes you feel less alone, and it makes us feel less alone.
Yeah, I need to feel connected, and that's helping me.
Hey man, hey, take it easy.
Anyway, what happened was the delivery dudes came, pulled out the old dryer, and they were like, okay, we can't install this because this gas line is corroded as fuck.
They didn't use that language, but they heavily implied it.
If there was a subtext in their eye expressions,
Yeah.
it was as fuck.
And we looked at it. We saw behind the washer dryer that it was indeed corroded as fuck. And it's always scary when you see a thing like that
handles gas.
That handles, and that you don't see every day, so you have no idea that it's falling into disrepair.
Yeah.
And it's becoming a murder weapon in your own home.
Yes. Silent killer. And so he was like, we can't do anything with this. You have to get like a certified plumber to replace this. So then it was like, we got to chase down a plumber. And like, meanwhile, we're having people in our home, which was not feeling super great.
It felt so weird. We're wearing masks indoors and we're keeping our distance from these people in our home, and it just feels like it's odd. It's very odd.
I mean, I was so appreciative though of them being essential workers.
God, yes.
Yeah. Our plumber is awesome, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, just so you know, our plumber's awesome.
And so they came and replaced the gas, and then
should we give them a shout out? Isn't it GR Plumbing?
Yeah, GR Plumbing in Los Angeles.
GR Plumbing in Los Angeles. Tell them stayfhomekins sent you. Then explain what that is.
And
you
then
will not get a discount.
And nothing will happen. They are competitive.
Hopefully they'll still do the work.
They're competitively priced, though.
Yes, they are.
I found them back when we had to replace that sewer line to the street.
Yeah.
And I got so
when we
many
bought this house, we became responsible for the whole street sewer line?
No, it was the line from the house to the street.
Yeah.
And so, no wonder that lemon tree grew so fast. It was getting fertilized. Like 24/7.
With human waste.
So, anywhoozles, I had to like call all these people. And I mean, it's wild the discrepancies in bids you'll get on the sewer line.
Oh, we're going back. Going back that far to that story.
Well, my point is that they were competitive in pricing, and they did like beautiful work.
Yeah.
I mean, they did beautiful
I remember
work.
Your GI doctor said, this is a beautiful sewer line.
line.
Look, I know about tubes that shit go through.
Anyway, I just called up Gonzalo and I was like, hey, are you working during this or what? Like, are you whatever? And so they came out and fixed it, replaced the gas connection. Then we had this appointment to have our appliances delivered, in the computer program mysteriously at 2:30 in the morning canceled the appointment.
Yeah, the system canceled the appointment in the middle of the night.
And then I'm calling and I'm like, hey, we're ready for you. What's the deal, bro? And he's like, there's no appointment. And I'm like, huh. And then he's like, okay, so this got canceled. And I'm like, I didn't cancel it. I was like, I had it all set up. And he's like, it got canceled at 2:30 in the morning. I was like, I assure you, I was sleeping at 2:30 in the morning on Sunday.
This was verbatim, by the way. This is part of the
Paul
exchange. I heard her in the
Paul.
other room saying, well, I didn't get up in the middle of the night and cancel this appointment.
I was like,
but you weren't being a jerk about it. You were just like,
I was on the edge.
You were on the edge, but you weren't being sarcastic. The way you said it was so matter of fact.
I was really trying to control my situation because we're in this huger situation. Yes. But it was I'm
so scared about how bougie we sound.
It was bad. Well, yeah, we do. But here's but those appliances aren't paid off yet, just so you know. That was not a cash purchase.
Does that make you feel any better?
It is not a cash purchase. So anyway, so he's like, well, the soonest I can get you is Friday. And I'm like, okay, fine. And so where was I going with this? Just that it was not a smooth road?
It was not a smooth road. Everything was in place, and then there was a delay, and then we had to wait a couple days. It was astonishing how much clothing piled up in that short amount of time. Well, also,
like, when the guys came this morning to put them in, it was 2 different guys. Mm-hmm. So during the course of this week, we've had 6 men who are strangers in our home.
Yeah.
I mean, there's fomites everywhere. There's no way there's not.
These fomites had FOMO, and so they came over here.
Oh, I heard FOMO is now going to be replaced with FOGO.
Fear of going out?
Yes. Did you know that?
Did I know that? No, I did not know that.
Anyway, the point is staying home is a privilege, and we're appreciative of essential workers, and it's,
Absolutely.
And now we got to find out a way to pay off that damn mushroom drive.
Here's the thing. I was mixing it up with somebody on Twitter about this. It's very stupid. But
really?
Yes. Jet, in a very, not like, it wasn't heated.
I don't like this.
I know you don't like it.
When you mix up on Twitter.
I know. But I don't understand sometimes. Like, okay, so JetBlue, the airline.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of them.
Announced.
By the way, they've lost workers. Did you know that?
What do you mean?
To the virus.
Like people, like dead.
Yes.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I didn't want to use that word, but they're no longer with us.
I think we got to face facts. But yeah. I'm sure that's true of many industries. I mean,
maybe.
Maybe. But
yes.
So JetBlue announced, hey, we're going to do a flyover in New York.
Oh, I saw your thread.
And
I'm going to pretend like it didn't.
As an expression.
You did? What'd you tweet? What'd you tweet?
Acting degree to work.
What'd you tweet?
They said they're going to do a flyover of New York.
Feels familiar because I'm not getting paid for it.
They're commercial jets, and they're going to do a flyover as an expression of gratitude to first responders and essential workers.
Cool.
And I tweeted something to the effect of, is jet fuel extremely cheap right now? And that's why they can do this? Because I was led to believe that it was extremely expensive.
You know what? Good singer.
And
that's funny.
Thank you. And that maybe they could take...
I heard it was expensive, too.
Yes, it's jet fuel, of course.
I got charged for, checking bags over it.
Is that what they told you? Like, we need it for the plane gas. Please, madam.
Right. Okay.
So I said, what if they, instead of doing that, which is a scary thing, to see a bunch of commercial jets or any jets, like I'm getting ahead of myself. What if they threw money at trying to get these people the supplies they need, and like people chimed in, whatever.
Came after you.
Well, no, I wouldn't say came after me. There was one guy who was like, "Hey, what you didn't know is JetBlue is also, they did this for the when the Pulse massacre happened, and they gave people free airfare and all this stuff. Like, why is everybody so cynical?" And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't check into JetBlue's philanthropic background. This just seems like a dumb idea. And it turns out that guy was a pilot. I don't think for JetBlue, but I was like, okay,
but
I think I see.
appreciation for.
Yes, I think I see where you're coming from. But this other guy
Yeah.
was like, I don't understand why. Oh, so somebody wrote back to me and said, well, they have to fly the jets as part of maintenance. They have to fly the jets.
Right, like I made you drive your
periodically.
car around the block the other day.
You made me.
Because I was like, you can't let
I was in my PJs watching cartoons, and you're like, honey, you have to get out there, drive your car around the block.
Because I was like, you can't let it just sit in the damn driveway because the
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yes. I wasn't, just so people know, I wasn't resistant to that idea.
Right. It's the same with the jets, they're saying.
Yes.
But by the way, that's not an entire fleet of jets. Whatever. Okay,
Anyway,
fine.
yes.
Their 2 planes are not
But
their entire fleet.
So I was like, well, this seems like even worse that they're like, well, we got to do this anyway. Also, it's an expression of gratitude to these workers. And it's like, don't do this. So then a guy got in my mention saying, okay, well, you found out that there's a reason. And so,
Right.
you know, why
So
are
shut
you
the fuck up.
why are you against this?
Just shut the fuck up.
And I was like, here's why I'm against it. And he wouldn't let it go. It's like, why is this less valid? And I'm like, I'm telling you why.
But also, you're entitled to your opinion. Here's the thing.
Of course, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I feel like, and so he also, later, as we went back and forth, he said, you didn't say anything about when the Blue Angels did it. And I'm like,
Oh, there's a difference, and I'll tell you why. There's a
well,
fucking difference.
and then I'll respond to that.
Okay.
Go
Wait,
ahead. Tell me
I'm
why.
supposed to tell the why. I'm supposed
Yeah,
to tell
you said you were going to.
Because the Blue Angels are not a corporation.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing about capitalism. It's nice that corporations have these philanthropic arms,
Yes.
but
Sure.
they are doing it for a reason, okay? And people have to understand that giving, there are motivations for giving.
Mm-hmm.
There are motivations even like on a personal level. Like sometimes people do it and they tweet about it because they want to look like, you know, altruistic
Yes.
or whatever. And that's
Yes.
fine. And that's fine. And that's just like human nature or whatever. But I agree with you that there would have been a more significant gesture or symbolic gesture. And I'll tell you why. For me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Manhattan during 9/11. And I would not like to see any fucking low flying anything.
Yes.
That's just me
I heard
personally.
this from many people. And of course, I thought about that. I thought that goes without saying. Like,
Yeah.
of course no one wants
Yeah.
this.
Well, I
But
lived
let me tell you,
in
but let me-
Harlem. I lived in Harlem.
Right.
And I want to say it was like a week or two after the planes hit the towers. And I was getting out of the shower. And because I guess I was like near enough to one of the stadiums or something. And there was a craft that came down and broke the sound barrier or something weird or something. And I heard it flying low. And the sound made me duck and cover. And I called my parents crying because I thought we were being attacked again.
Of course. Absolutely.
I mean, it was like a week after.
I cannot imagine how terrifying that was. I can't imagine.
And I didn't see anything. I was inside my Harlem apartment.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, okay, fine. Like, I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I'm saying, like...
No, you got to pick a side here, and it's got to be my side.
I'm saying your side is valid.
Oh.
And I think it's okay for people to be grumpy right now about anything because...
Yeah, of course. But it's like this person would not let it go.
I don't understand why we can't criticize corporations. Like,
Well,
we've gotten to that
that's
now.
the thing.
Some corporations are better than others. I will give you that.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
they're trying.
At the end of the day, they are all corporations, and they giving away money.
Yes.
Helps them in various ways, tax wise.
Yeah. Financially
So
helps them.
you know, and
Also
there's
helps their
also
profile,
If you
helps
want to
their-
get into the idea of any show of philanthropy, the edge comes off it a little bit because it's a show. You know, because if you're announcing, "Hey, we did this," it becomes a little less of a "Isn't that fantastic?" You know, it seems a little less genuine. Anyway, I want to say this about the Blue Angels.
Oh, that's
When the
why
guy
I think it was
said-
different because they're not a corporation. That was my point. The
Yes,
Blue Angels.
which I get, but I don't like that either.
Or
And I
Blue-
don't like. I fucking hate going to a baseball game when there's so much military content in sports now, and it's so gross to me. And it's like, can we please not
Well, we fetishize.
think about? Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
I know.
And so, like the Blue Angels thing, I don't think unless you can identify the Blue Angels planes on site,
Right.
Which I don't know that I could. I guess they're blue.
It does
But
feel
I would say
threatening.
if I lived here and there was a Blue Angels flyover and I didn't know about that, because there's not like a community bulletin board that we all go to just to check and see what's happening today.
Right. Well, they did it in Philly, like for the hospital workers. My brother and his sister-in-law went out and saw it, and it was cool, and they knew about it.
If you know about it, and you want to go out and see the awesome might of American military, then great. But if you don't know about it, it's scary.
It is scary. I mean, like there's sometimes like when I'm in Charleston and I'm on the beach and they're flying those like just like exercises over the beach. I'm like, are we being attacked?
Yeah. It's scary.
You know what I'm saying?
I've seen shit when we've been on the beach in South Carolina. I've seen crazy military, craft.
Or like a sea craft and stuff too.
And no planes. Like weird planes that I've never seen before.
It's the planes that go over, like it's like cargo and weird things, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, flying low and,
whatever.
And making a crazy noise.
It doesn't matter. You can have an opinion about anything you want to have an opinion about, and if people want to be like bent out of shape, it's probably not because of you. It's because of the situation.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely. But you got at some point if someone is saying this is bad, and you say why is it so bad, and then you give 5 reasons why it's bad, then that argument's done. Do you know what I mean?
I read that whole thing, and he was like, "Listen, I'm a fan. I really was just like, I didn't see the thing about the pilot though."
that was a good one.
And he's like, "Dude, I'm a pilot."
I was like, "Why is this guy so upset?" And then I went and looked at his profile, and the first thing is pilot. And I'm like, "Okay,
listen, whatever. Pilot's cool. That's fine." I feel like I don't know. I've seen so much more nitpicking on corporations than your mild take down of JetBlue low flying commercial aircraft over Manhattan. Like I've seen so much more like, we have to do this. We have to stop buying this and that. And it's like, no, there's no way. We live in America and we are enmeshed in corporate culture.
It's extremely
like there is no way to extricate yourself unless you become Ted Krasinski and you move. Is that his name? He's not the guy on
the Unabomber?
The Office or what? Wait, what's that guy's name?
John Krasinski?
Oh, yeah, different?
Ted Kaczynski.
Oh, Kaczynski.
Yes. Yeah.
Right,
but he did look at cameras a lot.
Wait, by the way, there's like a Unabomber miniseries that I watched, which is only...
What is it called again? I can't remember.
Unabomber. It's not called Unabomber?
The Mind of the Unabomber? Is it the Netflix one?
Manhunt.
No.
Manhunt.
It's called Manhunt? I'm thinking of Mindhunter.
Oh, I love Mindhunter.
We loved Mindhunter.
Okay, wait. No, I think it's called Manhunt Search for the Unabomber. I watched the whole thing. Here's the deal. It's an interesting series because it just is about the whole search for the Unabomber.
Yes.
Because they could not freaking find him.
Yeah.
Like he was that good.
Yeah.
Okay?
Look. He was that good. The Unabomber was that bitch.
But what was so amazing about it was the guy who played the Unabomber.
It's Paul Bettany, right?
Oh my God, he was amazing.
He's terrific. Yeah.
Like that's the only reason to watch it. Well, that's not the only reason. Like it's an interesting story. But it was like that was how the way that am I spoiling it? I'm allowed to spoil it, right? Because he's been caught.
It's a matter of history. I mean, he's been caught.
He's caught, right?
Sorry, ladies. He's in jail.
Is he okay? Because jails are hot spots for Corona.
I know.
So here's the deal.
Thoughts and prayers to the Unabomber.
He was. The way they caught him was like how he talked in his manifestos.
Yeah, it was dialect, linguistics.
Like they might be like if you were going to threaten someone and you were like, y'all, I'm going to get up into some trouble with a bomb tonight.
Y'all, Unabomber's going to give us some trouble. It's the federal building tonight.
Y'all, my manifesto is going to get up into some trouble tonight. And then they're like, oh my gosh, it's Paul F. Tompkins. It's Paul F. Tompkins because he says, y'all, someone's going to get up in some trouble.
I want to say this, and I don't know. I'm sure this is because it's dramatized. It's not a documentary,
right?
But in the series, the guy that cracks it,
Mm-hmm.
he's from Philadelphia.
Oh, you mean the real person?
Yes, the real person. Well, in the series.
What do you mean?
I mean, yes, it's based on a real person, but I'm saying in the series. I don't know if
Are you talking about the actor?
I'm going to stop you right there.
He is not.
Because I'm going to explain it.
Okay.
And then you'll understand it.
Mm-hmm. 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 I'm listening. Ear emoji. I'm listening. Lay it on me, brother.
The character in the series, who is based on a real person, the way he cracks it and realizes it's a dialectic, linguistic thing, is because he's from Philadelphia, and people make fun of him for saying "wooder."
Really?
Yes.
Was that in the series?
Yes, it was. Now, I don't expect you to remember. Why would you? To me, it meant a great deal.
I just remember that actor is like originally from Australia.
Yeah.
And was like so not Philly.
No, and the only word he pronounced in a Philly accent was "wooder." It's like when you see Dominic West on The Wire, and he has that sort of very neutral accent, and then all of a sudden he says "Balmer."
Oh yeah, Balmer.
Yeah. Why do you pronounce every other English word perfectly distinctly?
But no shade on Dominic. He's awesome.
We love him. Look, this is a Dominic West household.
Oh, I am.
It always has been, and it always will.
Guys, Les Mis on PBS.
Good rec.
So good.
Good rec. I yelled into the microphone.
Oh my God,
that is a good recommendation.
Dominic West as Jean Valjean is like holy shit.
Yeah, he's great. It's a great adaptation.
Okay. Anyway, my point is the Unabomber. The Unabomber.
The Unabomber. Say with us. The Unabomber. It's time for some Unabomber ASMR. Unabomber. Technology has gotten out of control.
I'm saying like you can't extricate yourself from corporate interests, culture, lifestyle.
It's
because
extremely difficult.
The reason that, like, if you're an American, then that's just like part of your life. Like if you're going to go into some insane rabbit hole of like, I'm going to boycott this or that, then because you won't be able to do it. I promise you won't. And The Wire is a good reference, and I'll tell you why.
Thank you.
They follow the money quote, right?
FCM.
Like, they don't know what Allstringer Bell owns and blah, blah, blah. And neither do you. You don't know what Jeff Bezos owns. Like, you would have to go on, go to the library and sit down and get this and, like, follow, like, the LL.
I don't know that you have to go to the library anymore.
Or, like, the... Listen, I'm
You have
just
to look
saying,
at microfiche.
I'm saying be aware. Do what you can. But, like, also, like, don't be a slave. Don't be a slave to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it is extremely difficult to disentangle yourself from all evil corporations.
Yes.
But that said, there are certain places where you can draw the line yourself and say, you know what, I'm just not going to use that company anymore because I can't get it out of my head that they do these things or whatever. Amazon is like a tricky one because
he'll never make a dent in it. Like you,
I know.
And also,
it's such a drop in the bucket. But
I like the product.
Do you know what? Well, but the products. What I'm trying to do now is try to find things from the original source. Mm-hmm. We become addicted to Prime and getting things fast.
Oh yeah, we watched a Prime show last night.
But here's the thing.
I'm gonna watch Mrs. Maisel I'm gonna watch season. You think I'm not gonna watch Mrs. Maisel?
If you think she's not going to watch Mrs. Maisel, you better shut the fuck up.
You can pry my Kindle from my cold, dead hands, is what I say.
I know.
Okay.
Here's my point. Is that...
You want to cut out the middleman.
As much as you can. As much as you can. Do the things that you can do. There's other, readers. There's other e-readers.
It's not up to us. Here's the thing. Here's what I say.
Well...
Here's what I say.
Okay.
I know people say vote with your pocketbook. Here's what I say. Vote. Mm-hmm. Because if you vote for lawmakers that break up monopolies and have on the same page as you, that's how you're going to affect change. Because the only entity big enough to take on something like that is our tax.
Yeah, I know, but then it's here's the.
I
wish it were that simple, and I wish we could trust our government.
I know
that
because
much.
of lobbies. Because of lobbyists.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I think it's a little bit of everything. I think you have to do a little bit of everything. You know, of course you have to vote, but I do think like if you can avoid, like I would love to go to 365 to get some groceries because they have self-checkout. Just go in there, grab like a 6-pack of ginger ale and check it out myself, be in and out. But that's an Amazon property and they're on strike, you know, because their workers are being treated terribly. And I was like, well, at least I can do that. I can not go to that store and go to a different store, you know,
but
even though it's not as convenient and we want to wait like longer, at least that store treats their employees really well, you know.
With the other store.
Yelson's.
Well, because we go to the store where they're unionized and their union is effective.
Yeah. And they clearly treat their people well.
But I don't know. We're pro-union because we're in guilds.
Exactly.
But
and we come from people in unions and
I mean like coal miners. I mean like I'm pro-union. Although I grew up in a state that's right to work and it makes me want to vomit every day that it is. But I don't know. Maybe things will change. Unions wouldn't have to exist if there was oversight in the first place.
I mean, that's a lot of oversight, but yes, it would make things a lot easier.
Right. I mean, the unions at least take care of the individual industries
if the idea wasn't we are out to screw people as much as possible to make as much money as possible, then unions would not be necessary. But unfortunately, it absolutely is the law of the land.
Yes.
But anyway, this was a weird rabbit hole.
It's such a weird like double-edged sword in a way because unions are also the reason why we might not get back to work for a really long time. In our industry.
Yeah.
But that's their whole raison d'etre. They're supposed to keep us safe and everything.
Exactly, because look, it's very tempting. It's very tempting for us. If they reopen things not tomorrow, but let's say they reopen things in 2 months, I would still feel very weird about going onto a set.
Oh.
And I would.
Yeah.
But, of course, you want to work, you know?
I want to work. And, like, I think what's going to have to happen is if they say, listen, we're going to make sets as safe as we freaking can. I think, like, you are going to have to be honest with yourself and confront the fact that you're actually putting yourself in a certain amount of risk, like the essential workers at grocery stores and the essential workers in hospitals and the essential workers, you know, driving trucks around the country and keeping the supply chains open and the delivery. I mean, like, there's so many essential workers who are still able to navigate this.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I think what's going to happen is, are we going to have to say at some point, hey, we're essential workers because they ran out of content and we're Americans and we're used to content? I'm serious.
God, can you imagine if we run out of content?
That's what I heard. I listened to Larry Mantle.
What?
Yeah, on Larry Mantle the other day, he did a whole show on the industry, like opening back up, and he wanted to hear from people who worked in the industry, and he had like industry people.
Larry, we're not going to run out of content, Larry.
No, he did. Apparently we are like in 4 months.
We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah, but are you?
Here's
I'm sorry.
Here's what's good though. Here's what's good.
Are you going to want to watch animated in Zoom in reality shit? Or whatever, like the circle or whatever.
I understand what you're saying. Here's what's going to happen, though.
Okay, I'm listening. Ear emoji. I'm listening.
I can't remember what my point was going to be.
Is it because
look, that's not for me to say.
It's because you were going to say something.
I was going to make a joke, but I can't remember what my joke was.
I said, are you going to want to watch animated and
no, I heard that.
Reality and circle?
Before that, I can't.
And I said we're going to run out in 4 months, and then you said here's what's going to happen. Is that helping?
That didn't help. I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm saying it again. I'm trying to back up. I'm trying to rewind.
I understand. I think we have to go back first.
The Larry Mantle interviewed heads of industry.
First of all, Larry, stay out of our business.
Larry Mantle.
Stay in your lane, Larry. Larry Mantle, if you're listening.
No, he said, I am a member of SAG-AFTRA at the beginning of the show.
Why is he a member?
Because he's radio.
Was he in a Marvel movie?
No, radio.
Yes, I understand.
Radio.
That's the R in AFTRA. Isn't that fun? Fun trivia.
And you know what? I can't believe we don't have reality people yet in our union. I don't want to get up into this with SAG-AFTRA, but we
Gabrielle Carteris. I don't want to get into this with you. You're doing the best you can. All right. I think.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah. We got to wind it up.
Come on.
I know.
I'm just now feeling my buzz.
That's why we have to wind it up.
I know why. Do you know? Should we tell listeners what the truth is?
Well, the truth is, I want to keep us to our usual time,
but also
running time. But also, I'm going to do.
This is a happy
hour.
Happy hour
recording.
This is a very special episode.
I know.
We're not doing a sunset recording. We're doing happy hour because someone scheduled a comedy bang bang.
I was at Scott Ackerman, my dear friend. He asked me to do comedy bang bang, and originally it was at 5:00, and I said, of course. And then he said, could you do 7:00? And I said, well, now I have to talk it over with my wife.
Stayfhomekins time, okay?
And
but you know what?
You said, I'm feeling in a
flexible mood. And so I defer.
This is when we didn't even talk about our bike ride.
Oh, the bike ride.
We got a little too into pandemic talk, I think.
No, we didn't. We only talked about we had to talk about the washer and the dryer and the.
No, but then we talked about
your Twitter fight.
No, that was gold.
I don't even remember talking about the pandemic.
We were talking about working and
that's
all
not
that stuff.
That's just whatever.
You don't see.
You know what? People want to know because they want content after the 4th month. Just as much as
of
we
course
want
they do. Well, we're the ones to bring it to them.
Hollywood executives.
If you're listening.
First of all, Hollywood executives, if you're listening, are one of you the ones who told Paul cold water is too much of a shock on his system? And if you are, what was the pitch?
Yeah. So there you go. And we're going to turn the lights out. And then you come forward, you say who you are, and then we'll turn the lights back on. No questions asked.
And by the way, I've got an idea for you. It's called You Get What You Pay For.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you so much for the nice everythings.
Yeah. It's nice to hear from everyone. And
if you have an appliance that breaks, just charge it. Charge it on a card. If you don't have any balance left.
If you have an appliance that breaks, have someone bring a new one over. Just call a man to bring one to your home.
Get a girl.
Get a girl to call the man.
Get a girl. By the way, that is one of my favorite things that like rich people might say.
Get a girl?
Yeah. Like if you're like, I don't know, like I don't think I could do that. Like that seems like so much. And they're like, no, you get a girl.
To do what?
Whatever you need. You just get a girl. And you're fine. And then they do the dishes while you do
AMC. I want to put you better get girl.
While you write your great American novel.
Right.
Anyway.
Get your appliances. Thank you for listening.
If you see a manifesto out there that has a signature Paul F. Tompkins catchphrase in it.
Why are you trying to get me caught?
Well, the Unabomber... and
you can't testify against me.
Well, the Unabomber's biological brother is the reason.
Yeah. For the season. Never forget him. I wish we could go back to saying the Unabomber's biological brother.
But did you also know... This is the thing about... Y'all watch the Unabomber thing.
Yes, watch that. Are you about to start a new thread of conversation?
I just want to say the one thing that was so amazing about the Unabomber story is that he was fucked with by the government. Like there was an experiment done on him or something.
Let's wrap it up.
So much fun.
I know. We're going to have fun later.
Dang it. Comedy Bang Bang.
I'm going to do Comedy Bang Bang. That'll be done. Then our evening is free.
I'm going to be passed out by then.
Please don't be.
I'm going to go eat some pot.
Okay. All right. And maybe you will do the same, dear listener.
All right. Stay safe.
Stay sane. And stay inside. Oh,
it's not stay at home. It's stay at homekins.
Stay inside. Yeah, we're stay at homekins, but stay inside is better.
All right. Stay safe, stay sane, and stay inside. Oh, love yourselves.